Hey Collective. Oh my gosh, I had like the weirdest experience. I recorded this awesome long video and then when I went back to do my short, then it turned into like 458 minutes long and I had to delete it because it wouldn't play and it was just so weird. I don't know why someone would try to block that. Spirit didn't want that message getting out for some reason, so I'm gonna leave it and do a new one. Or maybe technical difficulties. I don't know. I restarted my phone and it seems to be working now. So I hope this one works. Collective reading, pretty please. Justice and fairness. This is a justice reading. Something about justice and fairness. Rejection and resistance. So I think that if you've experienced a rejection or something, some resistance, that it's been for a good reason. Maybe kind of like my reading, like maybe it's better that happened even though it seemed not fun or like it didn't like work out, but it was the right thing. I don't know. Let's keep going. What else about collective situation? Divine support. There's some divine intervention and it's like a good kind that's supporting and helping you. I was just like thinking to myself, like, is there any divine thing that's working against you, or is it always, are you always divinely supported? What do you believe? I like to think yes, that everything is for my highest good. Everything that happens can be, even if it stinks, maybe I can make it work in my favor and there's a lesson or something. I can transmute it into something good. Or maybe there is some divine plan at work for stuff. Failure, defeat, then something new. And external again. We had this card yesterday, was it? Quite a lot of things going on. Okay. So maybe there was a rejection or something didn't work out. But I think it's for the best. And something new is coming after that. And it's something external, something in your experience. I'm just reordering the cards to make sense. I'm going to do Lenormand to get kind of a story here. I'm new at Lenormand. I don't know if that's how you say it even, but this is my Slavic folklore deck. It's very thin, so things don't like to jump from it, but it is right now. The Ring, a promise, cooperation, cycles. Number 25, Ace of Clubs, which is the Ace of Wands. If you do cartomancy, I believe that's one way to interpret that. But anyway, maybe it was a promise that was broken. I'm not sure if this is the rejection or the new thing coming in, or it could even be the divine support that's cooperating with you and a promise to be supported. A cycle. The ring is a circle, kind of like the wheel, the world is what I'm thinking, like a cycle that comes and goes, maybe a closure, an ending that leads to a new beginning. Okay. Promise, cooperation, cycles. What else? I'm gonna just mix it up a little more and start drawing. Yeah, let me just draw. Clover, good luck, joy, prosperity. Number 2, 6 of diamonds, which would be 6 of swords, healing and moving on. Oh, and did I tell you Ace of Clubs or the Ace of Wands is like a passionate new beginning, maybe an opportunity, is something that lights a spark in you. And then here we have clovers, clover flowers, bees with eyes on them. So there's good energy and luck. Luck is on your side. Joy and prosperity. You're going to get something new and some divine support that might be, it might be success, wealth, good things happening to you, things that make you happy. Next we have the house. Maybe it's about a house or something about your home environment, or environments in general. It's it's like a house with chicken legs, so maybe it's about moving too, or changing the home in some way or the environments that you're in. Tradition, stability, safety. So I feel like that's really important here, is to heal from this, and your justice and fairness is going to be stabilizing and growing safety, adding to your life in ways that are bringing you safety and stability and peace. Tradition, something about tradition. I don't know if there's something about your culture or your family. Traditional, maybe values, something about tradition. Number 4, King of Hearts, which would be the King of Cups, which is the mastery, leadership of a very emotionally mature person. Queens are like internal mastery and kings are external mastery. And this is in the emotional realm and love. So maybe this is a partner, or you're the person that is the emotionally expert one in a way that people can see. Masculine energy. And maybe leadership. Maybe you set a good example for other people. And then the rodent, worry, weakness, insecurity. It's a little robot mouse with the hat and a little light up nose, kind of like Rudolph. So yeah, I know the worry, weakness, insecurity is not a nice energy, but Rudolph had those, insecurities and exclusion, rejection. Why am I thinking of Rudolph? Well, the nose, of course, but it's just a weird thing to come up. I wasn't expecting that. But he ended up being the leader. So anyway, the rodent, number 23, 7 of clubs, which is 7 of wands, which is about defensiveness. Maybe your worries and weakness make you feel defensive, or there's some resistance that have to do with defensiveness, or you might be closed off and defending yourself or withdrawing from the external and other people because of rejection that happened, or some relationship that failed, or some bad experience you had, some worries you have, insecurities. Okay. Let's do some tarot. Tell me more. What's this promise? Cooperation, cycles. Oh my. 3 of them came out for that, for the ring, the promise, cycle, cooperations. 2 of swords, a decision. Decision, an impasse, blindness. 9 of needles. This is your thoughts trapping you. It's the 9 of swords. Hopelessness, anxiety, again, anguish. There's a little sloth, a slow creature. and the bat. And then we have the unknown. It's an egg and it's in reverse. The new opportunity. Egotism, shielding, the hard shell of an egg maybe, shielding. Your guard is up too high and keeping some stuff out. But it's for protection and out of fear that those guards are up. Maybe you don't have faith right now. Because upright, it's divine faith at the top of the card. And we have divine support. So I think Spirit really wants to get through that you are supportive. And maybe you've lost your faith about something after a major disappointment. This broken promise. This person that didn't cooperate with you. This cycle that closed, an unwanted ending. Tell me about the good luck, the joy, the prosperity, the clover. Please, Spirit. The Fool, a new beginning. Yay. And is the egg supposed to be the Fool? Oh, no, that's the World. Right? Yeah, 22, the World. Okay. And that's funny that that came under the ring because it's a circle. Did I compare it to the World earlier? I don't know. Anyway, the Fool's here now under this thing about your good luck and joy and prosperity is a new beginning of some kind, and it's a very good one. Free spirit, a risk-taking, taking a leap of faith. I mentioned faith a minute ago. If there's something you've been thinking of doing, it's encouraging you to do that. Being spontaneous, taking risks. There's a frog and a grasshopper, leggy creatures. Okay. Yeah, they don't just take steps, they leap. And then there's 3 balls or something and a feather. He's on a unicycle, I think. And he's juggling. Oh, that's what it is. He's juggling on a unicycle. Huh. Okay. And what about the house? Tradition, stability, and safety. What do you want them to know about the house? The Devil reversed. It's a beetle with a little worm around it, or a millipede or something, and these little pupa caterpillar larvae or something attached to it. And it's the Devil reversed, so I think it's conquering the shadow or the aspects of yourself that you might not want to see yourself or not want other people to see. Maybe things you think are socially inappropriate or that aren't in line with your ethics or the person you want to be, the person you want to appear as. Things you don't want to face. And then the pupa, larva, caterpillar things make me think of like the younger self, the child, the inner child, or even like parts of yourself that might be less mature. Maybe that's what's being rejected or makes you feel like a failure or causes you anxiety, worry, makes you feel weak. Is there something about yourself that makes you feel insecure or weak? It could also be temptation, freedom, fears, release. Sorry, I'm reading all the words. It's like overcoming temptations or addictions or keeping control over them. And releasing fears and being free from control. It can also be having a lot of self-control. I don't know why I'm getting a vibe that it might be, there might be repression of something that wants to come out, that wants your attention and wants to grow, but it's kind of like stuck, and it's under tradition, stability, safety. So this thing is, it has a lot to do with your sense of safety. Maybe facing it feels unsafe, or you're worried that it'll destabilize you, but maybe it could add to your safety and stability. And traditions, the devil, or like our shadow self or our temptations, can kind of be, you know, against traditions or norms, or, you know, the status quo, or what's expected. Anyway, I'm going to move on. The house. The house is also, I think in dream interpretation, you might want to look up the spiritual or dream symbolism of a house. And it's the self, I believe. So that also makes me think this is about this could be about yourself and the shadow self specifically, and how it's being controlled, and you're definitely not giving into it and not living by it, but maybe it could use some care and attention and evolution, the caterpillars. Some transformation of some kind. Anyway, now I'm really going to move on. Okay, the rodent, the worry, the weakness, the insecurity. Tell me more about that. Pretty please. Worry, weakness, insecurity, the rodent. This little thing gnawing away at you. Gnawing away at your house. Your house has rodents, metaphorically speaking. The rodents are the Three of Cups reversed. Exclusion, rejection, by a group, by other people, worrying about their approval, what they'll think of you. Gossip, alone, taking alone time. You've had good reasons if you want to pull away from the external. Maybe people haven't been so nice to you. Yeah, it's like, I'm back at Rudolph again. Like, they were so mean to him, and he was like the most valuable one and the most helpful and able to guide them, but they rejected him and like really bullied him and harmed him, like very harmful behavior. It's kind of messed up that Santa like just didn't do anything about that, right? Anyway, sorry. So if you're taking alone time, it's for a good reason. Gossip. Maybe this broken promise or betrayal was your friends, or a community, or a family. Three of Cups, it really affected you emotionally. And now you're feeling insecure, but it's not about you. There's actually nothing wrong with you. It's just the way people make you feel about yourself, because they have their own shadows that they haven't worked through. And it's affecting your house. It's putting these rodents in your house. I don't think you have a reason to be insecure at all, or to worry about yourself. I think that people have been very unfair to you, and you're going to get justice and a new opportunity, a new commitment. I'm running out of hands, but Spirit doesn't want you to give up. They support you. And I think maybe the failure or defeat, maybe you feel like it's for you, but maybe it's for them. Maybe you're gonna get justice. They're gonna have consequences for that, and they have lost you, and you're Rudolph. You're the best one. You're the leader, and they didn't value you, and so they lost someone that was really awesome and that cared about them. Like, that's on them. Like, don't internalize that. Oh, I want to hug you. Those people sound mean. Let's get... Do I want more tarot? We're already at 20. I don't need more tarot. I'd like some advice for you. Advice for my beautiful collective. You sound awesome. I'd be your friend. Distract, redirect your attention. I mentioned focus and the importance of what you focus on and what you feed your attention to. So maybe it would help to distract yourself or redirect your attention away from these mean things that have been put in your shadow from other people. These external messages, it's about the external that's the problem, that has been internalized and put in your shadow by other people. But it's not you. You're not the problem. You don't have to give that your attention. You can redirect your attention to maybe the good about yourself. Challenge those thoughts. Those thoughts are distracting you. And it's not true, okay? What they say about you is not true. Any other advice? Be neutral. Channel your neutrality and not reacting. I don't really get that you're like the kind of person to fight with people. Maybe you do want to like defend yourself, but it's not worth it with these kind of people. They're just gonna project and not take accountability and not see your value or even validate your very valid points and perspectives, I don't think. Like, and you don't even need to, because you have divine support, justice and fairness. I think you're the fair, just person, and that you're going to get justice without having to do anything, without having to take any action. And if I was also looking like choose a side or a stance on the other side. Like if you're in the middle of something, you don't need to pick a side. You can just be neutral. One more advice. One more for a collective. Another piece of advice. Engage. Oh, interesting. A commitment, an engagement. And also like coming out of that withdrawing. It is kind of like contradicting this being neutral. But I think it's just like the opposite of withdrawing. And also maybe you're going to get a new commitment. I was just thinking of an engagement with that when that came out. And I want to see bottom of the deck for you. King of Cups reversed. And this is, you could take this as the root of the situation, the overall energy, the root of the problem, the foundation that all this is built on. And it's the King of Cups reversed, heartless, unstable, uncaring, lacking compassion, not diplomatic, not balanced. And this is these people and the reason that you are probably feeling the way you do. And they're not right. They're the problem. This wasn't balanced or equal or fair. This relationship and what you offered them and what they gave you back. It's not right. They're people that are lacking empathy and compassion. They're heartless. They're not stable relationships, and their instability and insecurities has affected you and caused you insecurities, a lack of safety, worries, and fears. I love you. I'm sorry you went through that and you didn't deserve it. And it's going to get better. You have the divine on your side, and that's the best. And justice is on your side, and fairness. So stay true to your truth. Justice is also about truth and knowing. All right. Well, take care and much love. I'm rooting for you always. Bye-bye.